snowball down. There's the counterplay. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstrike's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb posts the BKB. He'll try and stand his ground, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No-Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care, he's gonna throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will, as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No-Tail and without Seb. Topson, Ana, and Jerax. The only three heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Ana up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check, Ana is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. Oh, he's in. The call, the MP, the cannon, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But it's not enough. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Post the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Topson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No-Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No-Tail. No-Tail puts the hand of God, but No-Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Ana. He's been left behind in Topson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Ana alive. Ana with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the two of them. Ana trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Ana again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in, the combo, meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone, he's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Ana as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova are so low? As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Ana back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the Enchanter, they find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with him with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
yeah,
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Ana, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Ana again with the doppelganger. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Ana will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top
Radiant
of him.
team back.
Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No-Tail.
Ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Started early.
Woohoo! Jesus Christ, this music.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, this is some
5
new metal,
seconds
Trent.
remaining.
We're listening to like Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit without Fred Durst or Chester.
Dire team ban.
It's pretty wild. I turned on the stream for a moment there.
This is Cell
Radiant
Dweller,
team
dude.
ban.
It's a good name.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back because we got a game here. Hey, that's not the right overlay. Looking like it's almost the right overlay.
Getting there, buddy.
And boom.
Hey.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know.
We
I
got,
kind of feel like Dota events need some hype music.
5 seconds remaining.
Why don't we keep that rockin' background music going while they're picking heroes? How come nobody does that?
Probably just a little too slow.
Trying to get amped up for these picks, dude. Imagine how hype that would be if it crescendos right as the 10th pick Meepo comes out. Wouldn't that be hype?
Sometimes. Then it's an alchemist and everyone groans instead. So, you know, you can't win them all.
Production layup for some sound effects there. Unique versus Nigma.
Yeah.
Nigma certainly the favorites coming into this matchup here. And they were ready to rock and roll today, so
10
full
seconds
reserve
remaining.
time. Full form.
Whacked my knee off my desk.
5
Yes,
seconds
sir.
remaining.
They are indeed quite prepped. Very fun series yesterday versus OG for their opener in the Beyond
It
Epic
was.
League. But the matches for both teams resulted in losses because Team Unique also got 2-0 by Viking GG on our first day. So both of them now back ready to get their first win. Someone's going home with a victory.
Yes. Someone is going home with a victory.
One of these teams will no longer be winless.
That is one of the greatest things of Dota. There is no draw
10
condition.
seconds
It
remaining.
is impossible for a draw to happen.
Well, except for those 2-game
5
series,
seconds remaining.
if you want to go that far. But I see what you're saying. In a match of Dota, you're right.
Any match of Dota. But I'm glad. Can you imagine casting a game that's so hype that it could just end in a draw?
Oh.
It's like, all right, well, that's a wash. Let's just do it again.
Yeah, but what if draws were settled by 1v1 Shadow Fiend mids?
Wow.
Dire
That's
team pick.
Now
like
is
it's
that-
like the equivalent of a shootout.
Yeah.
You just all right.
It's like
that's
a
it.
little mini game. That's basically what shootouts are.
Yeah, you know, that would be interesting. That would be a wild way to break
It'd be
time.
terrible.
Well, for a
Oh, wait.
spectator, it would be fun. It'd be
It would
awful
know
for
any
teams.
better.
But then I would enjoy watching that, though. Wisp, first pick for Nigma. So this is what OG
10
did to
seconds
Nigma
remaining.
yesterday. They just kept hitting them with Wisp opener after Wisp opener.
5
And
seconds remaining.
very curious to see what happens here. Because Nigma destroyed the Wisp in at least one of those games. The others looked better. But we saw some of the weaknesses for sure. And also quite curious to see what they're thinking in terms of ideal partner. Gyro, Ursa, Bristle.
Radiant team pick.
Bristle banned, so definitely not him.
Ursa's kind of poking out here, I would say, in terms of maybe
Yeah.
later on with Tree and Death Prophet.
Haven't seen a lot of Tree either.
It's big AoE team fight stun versus IO +1. It's a hero that they pick occasionally as well. It was often banned versus them. Kind of like Zayat's, where it's just like
10
picked all the
seconds
time. They got
remaining.
good enough that people don't want to deal with it.
He's kind of
5
annoying.
seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
Hits really hard early on. Still a great like lane dominator. Whatever the name of what's that? The plants that he puts on the ground that do the slow and the damage. That spell is really
yes.
annoying.
Nature's Grasp, I believe.
It's still Nature's Grasp. That spell is, I definitely underestimated it when they first made that change, and I've had the opportunity to play against it now, and it combos with a lot of stuff. It's great with heroes like Death Prophet that want to stay close with Spirit Siphons and whatnot.
Yeah.
It makes Tree a little less one-dimensional around his ulti. He has
Radiant
multiple
team
forms
back.
of go lockdown now. They grabbed the Prophet on Nigma, so not going to see that Wisp partner yet. Nice flex pick here.
Yeah, big global presence coming out for them now too. Potentially also for the mid lane. Would not be too surprised. It's like works well with the IO in a core role as offlane or mid, but of course it's mind control, so like we want to assume it's for him. But when you deal with the Nature's Prophet, or sorry, the Death Prophet, you tend to think of like, okay, well, no one can really like dominate her mid, right? So you kind of just tend to go for heroes that can do okay. Maybe the summons are a little bit too bad though with the Soul Siphon.
It's still flexy though.
Yeah, probably gonna be mind control though. Let's all be honest.
Gonna need some stuns, that's for sure.
And the Oracle is banned, or is still available, but then there's the question of like, is Oracle Tree really a good pairing? Like, they're probably just gonna use the tree and consider that good enough. As annoying as Oracle Death Prophet is, Oracle's not very good versus IO +1.
Yeah.
They could go for one of those more traditional heroes like Disruptor or Winter Wyvern bans.
DP is not quite on that like Huskar level where it feels like a different hero with Oracle. The combo's good, but DP is still very solid in her own right.
They actually banned the Kunkka themselves. Okay.
Unique do have third pick.
I know, it's such a good hero with IO though. The Dragon Knight is still in the pool here too though, so another hero that tends to pair pretty well with like the IO style of play, just someone who gives you actual like lane push and like tower push, I guess, like more importantly just going after those objectives. There's the Luna is now banned out, so that was the one that we were going back and forth between the Ursa and the Luna yesterday with OG. And then there's still the Gyro, so complete freedom in terms of their pairing right now, other than the Bristle who Nigma themselves banned out.
Yeah, the Luna was pretty good. I mean, she just feels good right now. There's this certain critical mass that she hits where your strat ends up being put Luna on the high ground, she kills the tower, and you either have to initiate on our BKB Satanic Aegis Luna, or you have to watch your barracks die. And that is not an easy thing to deal with. They'll grab the Witch Doctor now. A lot of sustainability for Unique between these three here. Everybody has some form of heal.
Yeah, good hero versus the offlane Nature's Prophet too. The cast can be helpful versus the treants to stun them up. They get the extended duration stun, so you can help kill them, plus also just combo off them onto the Prophet himself to try and get back kill. Pressure him with Maledict, and can even sync up all right with the treant ulti.
5
Too bad.
seconds remaining.
You know, like follow up casks and your own ultimate there too. Securing
Great
the lane
Spirit
for
Vessel
someone.
game for Nigma, that's for sure.
Yeah, for both teams. But yeah, lots of heals, you're right. With the removal of that Kunkka, start thinking about other like setup heroes across the map. The Ember is already gone. Kunkka being banned. The Monkey King is there. That's a hero to maybe start considering.
Dire team pick.
So yeah, this is the setup for whoever that hero is, right? Again, could be the DK still. Like, they just want helping that hero who's going to be like setting up for these plays, whether through the Inkswell or a Soulbind combo too. I think I really like DK now. The DK to DP is, if it's going to be the lane matchup, isn't that fun?
I like this though. They're like
10
building
seconds
towards
remaining.
that raid boss style. You buff up somebody with the Inkswell while they're
5
tethered.
seconds remaining.
Like this fourth pick Ursa from Nigma is gonna be big. It's gotta be Ursa, right?
It's shaping up to look okay for Ursa. There's no doubt.
Like I love Grimstroke with him. You've got Prophet who can join fights very easily, so Ursa can be very aggressive and you can turn stuff around. Although I'm having trouble arguing against Gyro. Like my only thought is that he's just not quite as synergistic with Grimstroke because he's in melee, but
This pick is very difficult for Unique. I don't really want to feel like picking a Spectre with my Witch Doctor because they might just go for the Ursa, and then it's not like it's like a super hard counter, but at least they then have like a way to kill the Spectre, you know? I feel like that's just what they're going to go for. Although it looks like in their history, they have not been picking a whole lot of Spectre. They're more so on these like Luna lineups and Gyro lineups and trying to farm it up there. I mean, we saw the Gyro twice from them. And they actually do get the Wyvern, so now this is going to be that position 3 Treant. Teams have been messing around with this too. Not the biggest fan. I think it's hard to make it work. At least I assume that's what the plan is. Could also be a core Wyvern, potentially.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I'm with you on this hero now, where I was
5
sort of
seconds
starting to feel her
remaining.
merits, and the recent games haven't felt good. Even in pubs, like she just feels slow. It almost like Dark Willow syndrome in the lanes, where you have this long cooldown harass. It just, I don't know. I'm not afraid of this hero. And then you see this anti-mage come out. And now I'm like, ugh, okay. So how are we dealing with this AM, boys?
Yeah, they kind of have the 3
the
support
plan?
syndrome going on right now, and
Yeah.
Nigma's like, why would we want to fight them early if they've got like decent spellcasters and
10
stuff? We can
seconds
just
remaining.
go for the win. You know, like I know how this game. We're either gonna win
5
early
seconds
anyway with our
remaining.
anti-mage because he'll get fat and start joining via the IO, or we're gonna hold out and just beat you that way. Problems have arrived, I would say. Now they just need some like stable Weehaw hero. I don't think they need to go too crazy with like a Visage or anything like that like he's been playing. A lot of his heroes have been banned out though, for sure. TA is still like okay.
Kind of funky drafts on both sides. Like AM is not a classic Wisp partner. Like, could this?
No, that's for sure.
Could this be
Radiant team ban.
like a mid AM of some sort, and they're actually going to pick some other Wisp partner like the Gyro?
Nah, you can't do it blind. They could like Viper or something, and then then your mid AM is just sad.
Yeah, 10th pick is on the side of Unique.
The Invoker band's pretty good. I get just like some middle of the pack, like Puck is the hero that immediately comes to mind, but not a very
10
common hero right
seconds
now, but
remaining.
something along those lines of just like, I'm setting up stuff across the map. I want to make plays for Nature's Prophet
5
and help
seconds remaining.
facilitate these relocates. Do they have a Spirit Vessel buyer yet? Not necessarily.
I guess Prophet
Oh,
could
I don't know. Queens.
could buy it.
Yeah, he's able to. It's not like his go-to item.
Certainly not.
Radiant team pick.
Ban out the Brood. All right. Very curious where Nigma are going to go with this last pick, because I think they've got maybe a little more lane flexibility than at C. They could put Prophet mid if they had to.
Yeah, it just mean MC wouldn't get to play it though. I think it's gonna be some Weehaw hero. Some
Wind
kind of
Ranger?
just chill.
Is this Wind Ranger, dude? Did I just call it?
10
I mean,
seconds
Wind's not
remaining.
bad. Power Shot versus the Cold Embrace is always kind of fun.
Oh, the Phoenix. Now. So it's mid Prophet with an offlane Phoenix?
I guess that would
I
be
mean,
my
mid
guess.
Phoenix is not a thing, right? That is just, I mean, I have not heard anyone even remark that is
You may
viable.
now select
Grab
your
Troll
heroes.
Warlord. So it will be that Death Prophet mid, it seems. Carry Troll. All right, Nigma, let's see these rolls. Daddy wants to know. What's
I
gonna
think they're
happen.
probably deciding who. Like Miracle has played the Prophet a lot, but it's got to be Miracle in the AM, right? Oh my God, it's Weehaw Phoenix. Okay. All right, let's go. I feel like I've seen this before, and I'm trying to remember where, and I'm trying to remember why. There was definitely a stint when this happened because of a talent change, right? Where people were trying the mid Phoenix. It was like the mid ET. It had this like extremely brief attempt to make work. Because you can like just stack up the levels super fast. It
10
was definitely a
seconds
thing,
remaining.
Weehaw Phoenix.
but it just did not work out well.
Like, what do you build? Like Shiva's Ags or something?
Yeah, that kind of style.
Tanky, team fighty. Well, this is cool. I
Yeah.
would be lying if I said I got it. Like, I'm not seeing the obvious synergy here of what is Phoenix counter. Like, of all the heroes you could have taken here, I guess you needed some team fight. It is a stun. It is a space creator.
He doesn't have his profile open. How unfortunate.
A lot of things about this are just odd. It's like AM Wisp. I guess it's almost like a Wisp Nature's Prophet duo to some degree. Very anti-meta here from Nigma.
Let's see. The last time RuHub played on middle, he went Veil, Spirit Vessel back in 2018, March 23rd, 2018 versus Cinder and Stack of the Mad Lads. Was not successful. That's like one of his more recent ones. He played it like 3 days in a row back in March of 2018, guys. He was all in. He also attempted it back on his days on the Balkan Bears. Oh man.
Oh, how that takes you back, huh?
I would say so. That was when he was playing like some off lane though. All right,
I don't know. I don't have a bold prediction on this. I'm just really excited to see how it's going to go. Generally speaking, I'm a believer in RuHub, so I'm not going to poo-poo it.
Well, we talked about Spirit Vessel, so he probably will build Spirit Vessel, right?
Yes,
I mean, that's a good item.
That's great. Yeah, a good
quality this game.
I mean, Aghanims is legit on Phoenix. Even if you don't use it for the save, it's still super legit if you're playing from ahead. Makes the egg very hard to deal with. And if you
don't save anyone, guys.
That's like every so often situationally a bonus, but the Aghanims is still a very much worthwhile investment, I think.
I would think that I was almost thinking we were missing something because, like, if I was going to see a core Phoenix, I would want one of those heroes that gets extreme value out of the reset of one of the non-ultimate abilities, like Terrorblade. Right?
Yeah. No, that's exactly. That's what I said. Like, I don't see the synergy here. It's not that this can't work. It's just we need a post-game interview after this.
Yo, RuHub, what the heck?
Yo, my man. I wish RuHub was on my friends list. Weirdly enough, I've spent more time hanging out with RuHub's brother than I have with RuHub.
That's true. That guy's an animal.
Like, seriously, I've met him at multiple events, and he's there spectating like I am, so we just be chilling, dude.
Nice guy.
Slugging beers, watching games, cheering on RuHub. My man, Omar. Shout out to RuHub's brother. He's got great memories.
Nothing better in life than being referred to as someone's brother.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I know.
I remember his name now.
We're all just Slacks' friends. Yeah, it's true. We shouldn't, we don't want to be doxing people on the internet.
Now, we were joking earlier during our break about, how I make fun of people when they don't remember me after the third introduction. I had that experience with him the other way. Hey, man, nice to meet you. Bro, I've bought you many beers. Oh.
Oh, no.
I mean, good to see you again. Yeah, what's my name, bitch? The beer guy. Tough crowd. EH Wisp. Is Wisp backtrack? Like, all this time it was ignored, then all of a sudden OG Nigma play it 3 games in a row. Now Nigma's playing it again in their next series. Is the energy ball back?
Team-specific hero. We'll go with that. You gotta be real good. You gotta be a super confident IO player. I don't think he's like a auto win. I don't think he's strong enough to be like, baby's first hero playable now. You can't be like, hey, I'm new to Dota. What should I do? All right, just pick IO, tether to your friend, and that's going to help a lot. Like, that actually used to be the case with IO.
Yeah. Oh, damage exchange down bottom. Miracle draining some mana. Bro, also wandering on over. I think Enigma are getting the better out of this exchange.
To battle.
Enigma by accident. Nigma begins with the N.
I think they're going to be able to hold this. So this is risky to run into as an IO. And they know he doesn't have Blink. He's dead.
Blood. Yeah.
He didn't expect the extra damage there.
Certainly not.
That was kind of nice.
It's a good read from Unique, though. As soon as you know he doesn't have Blink, you can crank up the aggression just a little bit more. Bounty runes will still go even. Mind Control gets both up top, but First Blood, great start for Unique. Now, one little synergy Twitch chat mentioned. You can sprout around the Supernova.
That's pretty cute.
That is cute. That's a cool little synergy. Maybe we'll see it. I doubt that is why they picked the Phoenix, but sure, that's a +1 right there.
Yeah, but we see that sometimes when people pick Phoenix in Tree. It's nice. They don't really have great vision over top of it either, right? They don't like have any of this crazy like, oh, just cast a spell and you can see inside. So it could actually be a little bit annoying. You know, the problem is that Whirling Axis doesn't destroy the trees around it. That's the main problem.
Yeah. That one doesn't match the lore.
No, gotta call in slacks on that one.
So we're gonna have a try down bottom. It is a 1-1-3. Mind control should be fine up top against the troll, but relatively passive lane, I'd imagine. Action will be down here, though. I really want to be watching this mid. So far, Phoenix has racked up the denies, and 19 has gone 2-2.
All in on the denies from Weak Eyes. He doesn't go for the last one. There we go. A little bit better there, but yeah, not quite the damage to get it.
This is an interesting tri-lane. Witch Doctor, Tree, Winter Wyvern against a Grimstroke, Wisp, Anti-Mage. I would call both of these tri-lanes unconventional.
Yeah, IO AM, not exactly the most common thing. Tree Core, still not that common, despite OG using it to big success back in TI. Of course, Tree was quite a bit different then. That was when you still had Nature's Guise and you didn't even skill it when you were playing in the lane. Because there was no point, because you were always visible.
Of course, Living Armor been changed around quite a bit, but back to global with the Living Armor.
I seriously get paranoid every time I even talk about that skill that it's not global. Even though I know it is now. That one change just messed with me.
It's global, and it doesn't have the Vanguard effect. Just a straight duration, you get a little armor, you get a little heal. Yeah. That's it. Damage exchange down bottom, Coconut bouncing around. It is very nice having a Witch Doctor in this scenario. That does make the Wisp's life a lot harder. A classic counter. Let's check in on mid. Death Prophet favored at the moment, but not by a huge margin.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that you can get away with this because the low armor of Phoenix, which you typically get preyed upon for, it doesn't really matter versus the DP, right? Like, she's not going to be ulting you anytime soon. So other than that, you're just dealing with magic and not that many right clicks when you can just help control her with the spirits. Careful, don't go for that trade. Whoa. 19 was testing the waters a little there. He's like, that wasn't feeling very good. All right, will we all go for this dive? He's got no fairy fires. There's no regen yet.
So tempting.
I know, he's got the fairy fire too. I'm a little surprised he didn't. I wonder if he will in the next spirits.
Tempting. Like, DP is like, you know, that Spirit Siphon is the ultimate turnaround skill. It's. You also know, like, all right, this lane's even. If I go big here and then I don't make this kill work, this lane gets a lot harder.
No. She tried to salve on her high ground.
Okay, a little win there for Weehaw. Still holding his salve.
I'm really happy that no one else is dying anywhere so we can just watch this.
What's so awkward about this tri-lane? You'd sort of want to set up a tri-lane that has kill threat on anti-mage, and they have gotten aggressive.
Man, he's out of regen again, and he's burning pretty hard. Now come back on the dive and go for him. He still has one more siphon. Oh, he's lasered him.
No way this will kill him. The level 1 laser. Oh my gosh, it killed him.
I mean, it's got a max duration of 6 at level 1. It's not one of the scaling aspects. You don't really see it for 6 seconds that often at level 1.
Yeah, you're right. That part of it does not scale. I guess I thought level 1 the damage was small enough that DP can kind of juke and jive and mitigate enough of it, but...
Well, because you're thinking it's a percent thing is how you view it, right? And that's why it's like so good late game that you don't necessarily think of it as like a nuking ability.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, I underestimated the Sunray. That's for sure. Good.
So did 19, I believe.
I mean, there is some merit to unconventional mids like that where it's just... You don't know the limits because how many times has he played solo mid against a Phoenix as Death Prophet?
Yeah.
It can't be many.
Yeah, it's like the classic advantage of the low tier player, right? They pick the unconventional character. And so even if the character is kind of bad, if you inexperience can still carry pretty far.
Know exactly what the counters are or the timing. There's no sense of feel. like you want to probably try to fight early. RuHub mid does get the Ink Swell stun on the 19, but counterplay, he's stunned up, does have the egg.
Oh, the bad bounce.
Does get off some Fire Spirit burns. Now Mind Control's here, and they will put 19 to rest.
Oh,
This is the power of the Prophet. What would have been just, okay, we forced an egg. That's great. Let's retreat. Turns into a setup for Nigma, and now all of a sudden they've got a kill, and they're taking this tier 1 tower mid. Wisp on Mind Control, trying to juice him up a little bit. Mind Control with the TP home. No more interrupts. Winter Wyvern's only level 4. Okay, nice heads-up play to get out of dodge. Tower stays standing. This is some great pressure from Nigma, forcing big rotations out of Unique.
Yeah, but remember, you can't kill the living armor anymore, so once they clear those treants, it's still there. And you have to actually dispel.
Dire's
And you're
bottom
right,
tower
but
is
look
under
who's free
attack.
farming down bottom and also pressuring a tower. They pulled all this focus mid. Unique have to get something out of this. They will use the Exorcism. Now in onto Kuro, but getting healed up by the Wisp. Now the Sunray. GH just looking to TP out. He'll make it. Weehaw saves Kuro. Unique ends up going down to Miracle, who's made the rotation. Kuro TP's out. This is one spread out fight. AM now also kills 19. Vanscore makes the TP. Wow, that is Disaster Town for Unique.
And it looked like they also placed a ward within vision of the tower, too. You know how it has like that tiny bit of true sight outside of the attack range? I think WeHop's going to free ward kill.
Oh, my.
As they try to use it for the kill.
Dude, ward bounties are so insane right now. It's essentially a hero kill. 140 gold, like a third of a level of experience. Mid lane though, Weehaw, he's going to be caught here. First dive away. He's got friends. Miracle showing up to fight. Had to use the egg to survive the Maledict.
Yeah,
Dire's
that was worth.
structures are
Absolutely.
And they took that tower too, so no save from the tree. They did not want to lose that one early. Look at that Sunray damage. Just so safe to tack it onto the DP too.
Yeah. So maxed out the Fire Spirits, Value Point, and Dive, and now we're going back for the Sunray. Top.
Dire's
Oh,
top
they
tower
get
is
illusion.
under attack.
I think I like the Battle Fury. I was kind of thinking more and more about it. He's queued up the Battle Fury, but because here's the thing. You could have gone Maelstrom, for example, because you're against like a Nature's Prophet, and that's like the middle of the pack item, but then you're picking Maelstrom up into the Animage, so that's kind of awkward.
And with AM's already up like this, it does feel like you need some kind of an accelerator. Valentinos, though, going to be caught here. Does pop the battle trend. Vanscore survives for a moment, but then gets brought down. Miracle definitely not dying here unless he gets rooted. No, the sustain from Wisp is too much. Another disastrous string of events here. Can't have this Troll Warlord dying.
Man, the cast range of Mana Ward is so far. That was nice. Good heads up play by Miracle, just like instantly cancel that ulti. Else he could have been in a lot more trouble.
Like,
but,
I didn't even like hear the sound of the Death Ward. That's how fast he canceled it.
Yeah. The thing, at least with the up top.
Okay, up top, they want BZZ interrupt. That was close.
Yeah, nothing to get rid of it, unfortunately for them though. But like the Battle Fury, like they have a mid Phoenix that will start falling off in terms of scalability. Both lineups are kind of even. They get like the 4 potential supports on both teams. All of these 8 heroes have all been supports relatively recently. You know?
Yeah, though I'd say the Prophet maybe stands apart from that. He has played the support role, the way he farms and stuff.
No,
He feels very core-like.
Yeah, he's obviously an extremely good scaler. He's got a big fat asterisk. But either way, in terms of like the overall scaling, the Battle Fury will come into play later on, even if he's a little bit behind.
Yeah.
That's all conditional on actually killing Miracle at some point, though.
Wait, this is reminding me of the Ursa Battle Fury. I missed that kill on Illusion, but like this anti-mage is fighting while he's getting his farming tool. He's got Perseverance now, and he's still able to show up for kills. He's 4-2-2. He's split pushing right now.
Very far ahead.
Like, it is insane when you are this hard carry and you can do this while getting your farming tool. Kuro is going to throw his body.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's like, I like this movement from Unique to try to get into enemy territory, but it's almost like Nigma have a better game plan where immediately Miracle Mind Control just head to this top lane. They get essentially a free tier 2 tower and a free kill for AM. Unique are following the playbook, but Nigma have created a playbook of their own.
And it won't be the Vessel first. He's going to go straight for the Halberd because he just wants to deal with the Trolls. So that's really the only way they can kill our AM. Trying to root him down through that with the right clicks.
And that's Sunray. Weeha's so good at maximizing the damage. Takes BZZ down to 30%. GH getting closer to Mac. Always a big item on the Wisp. 1K gap between carries right now.
Yeah, not bad, honestly. Kind of impressive the Farming Panel team was, considering he's 0-2-0. Didn't have a fabulous start setup from the team. Where to go from here is Unique is a bit of a question, though.
So look at Wyvern. Brown boots, Orchid queued up.
Oh, yeah.
Bold.
This has kind of become the go-to item because of the way the ulti was changed. A lot of Wyverns go for this first.
I always felt like that you needed an Aether Lens or a Blink or something to be able to get the ulti off in the first place.
Well, in this game, it's the Anti-Mage that he's concerned about, right? Whereas AM just kind of jumps in. Until AM's there, it's not that easy to kill him. So he kind of knows he's going to get in range, you know what I mean?
Guess AM's going to have Manta fairly quick this game. He's just about at battle.
Down bottom, there was a death ward.
Okay, easy turnaround. Another kill for Mind Control.
Numbers.
Dude, they're going
Everyone.
Dire's
Double
bottom
halberd.
tower is under attack.
Prophet also has one queued up.
All right, we're just making Troll irrelevant, apparently.
Double disarm. Huh. We saw this yesterday, I think,
Dire's
too.
bottom tower has fallen.
It's pretty good because there's no like diminishing returns on follow-up halberds, right? They're both 100% effective, so it's.
Well, there's also,
stack 'em.
unless I'm crazy, if the AM gets cursed, or if you're cursed next to AM, at least have mischance, right? Boom.
That's
The next
interesting.
level play. The only way I die is from Miracle, so I'm just gonna buy evasion.
That is, you know, that's one of those things like that's probably not the reason to buy the item, but it's a nice little bonus that probably makes it worth buying too. Creative thought. So Battle Fury up on AM. He's starting to accelerate. Troll, not that far off, actually. So maybe he can start closing this gap. It's already a 7K net worth lead favoring Nigma, though. So this is a
They're
tall
kind of
order
baiting
for
here, though.
Unique.
They're bringing everyone in. If Nigma thinks they're going to jump on this smoke, they're mistaken. But they just back away. They kind of sensed it on that ward, though. But Weeha's going to get out.
It's such a scary proposition to try to take these 3v5 or whatever outnumbered engagements against Nigma, though, and they've got a Prophet and a Wisp.
Are scanned.
They can very easily turn into a 5-man before you have that opportunity to get the kill you came for.
I'm still kind of surprised he didn't go for the Spear Vessel.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe he'll get it after still, but he might just want to go straight for the Shivas.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Troll getting close to the base up top.
Another smoke here
Radiant's
by
bottom
Weeha.
tower is under attack.
I don't know what that was. Crow just wants to go D-ward safely or something.
There it is, Troll Battle Fury.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nigma coming bottom. Easy might be in some trouble. A lot of pings coming his way.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Crow had the smoke, but he didn't try and hunt the tree line. Oh, so he was busy dealing with that. That's exactly why Mind Control gets stunned up. I was looking to see why they were TPing bottom. Then he got by the troll.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
And BCZ lives to be his nuisance on the bottom lane. Kill this wave and run away.
Big ancient stack here for Palantimos too. That's pretty nice. It's a 4 stack, it looks like.
Man, he's scaling really well right now. And now the invisibility's there for BCZ too, so even harder to catch down here. Relocate into the Dire jungle. just to help Miracle get around the map. We all spark. Skip is like, I'm gonna need that.
Well, Unique keeping up a low profile. Troll over here, finishing off this big stack.
They just
Nice,
relocated Miracle to take 3 camps. He got 1 camp on a double stack.
I mean, that's pretty value.
It's hilarious. I mean, you're taking it from the enemy territory, right? And now Vance goes, tries to D-ward, and Miracle says, yeah, okay.
Thanks,
cool.
buddy. I mean, I don't know. We see a lot of games where teams can't really use the relocate for much. You can't set up kills, so why not use it for some value farming? Pretty safe. Especially with anti-mage, right? Maybe some other carries, like a gyro, it's a little harder to get out, but worst case, anti-mage can always just blink to safety and you sacrifice your wisp. It's still pretty value for the carry.
We has DD and Imp Claw. He hits like 400 right now on the Imp Claw strike. It just looks hilarious.
19 minutes, the battle over outposts.
Man, BZ has just been down here the whole time doing this.
Look at this. Illusion is just melting.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, there's a little
fire on ice.
Yeah, fire and ice theme there, but geez. Like, we almost just soloed him with Sunray, and the Prophet just shows up for a couple of love taps.
Didn't one of the Valve writers just agree that Phoenix was like the son of Wyvern or something?
Oh, is there some lore there? Is it like a Lena CM kind of thing?
It was a very offhand comment of like, yeah, sure. So I can't remember. I remember just thinking that Slacks would hate that sort of, oh, why not? It could be that, sure.
Yeah, those moments are great. The dev panels, like BlizzCon or a Red Shirts guy, and they're just like, yeah, sure, dude. Whatever you said sounds more right than, we don't really care. Yeah, we'll throw him in there, sure. We can bring back Tyrion Forging for you, buddy. PH gets caught up top.
Man, I'm not suspecting these catches up top at all. I mean, they gave him the curse, so I guess it makes sense, but I'm just like looking at all these clumps of heroes in mid trying to see what the jump's going to be on this DP, and people are just dying. I feel like 19 has just been pushing up this mid lane for a long time quite well, frankly. Surprised that him just like lost this whole area of the map in the tower, but maybe that's a little too soon.
Well, he's in trouble now. The team not going to be able to get here too quickly. Phoenix Egg comes out, stun on the Miracle. Stops the Mana Void, but still going to find this kill on 19 as the egg goes off. Using Sprout to lock in place. Palantimos now coming in. Miracle jumps right back into the fray. I'm not sure. Damage. Troll now with the battle trance. Kind of sustaining. AM in some trouble, brought low, but there's just too many heals. Now the disarm comes out on the Troll, saved by the Cold Embrace. But without the ulti, he's going to try to go man mode. Miracle does go down this time. So explosive. They want vengeance. Palantimos with the living armor actually sustaining for now as Nigma dive past the tower. They will get illusion. They will end up getting the Troll. This dive is not going to be so costly. They're also going to get BZZ, I think. No, there's just so much sustain on both sides. Guardian Greaves on this tree. Got Leech Seed healing him up. Like, all of these kills just feel like baits.
And after mind control instead.
Run. Scepter.
They still want to go.
They're going to continue to commit. Now mind control. Sprout TP. Sunray. They've got vision. Sunray, that actually brings BZZ pretty low.
Meanwhile, Weeha's hasted. Yules was on CD there. All right, well, that got a lot. So the fervor stacks were still built up. That's what happened to Miracle, right? Because he didn't actually change targets or anything on the Troll. And I don't think they were expecting that when they sort of re-engaged on them.
Oh, they're going to find another. Now Grimstroke, Hiroki.
Get into a corner.
Left behind, a little extra value out of the exorcism.
I can't believe they tried to initiate that fight after they had already lost the DP, though. And the Witch Doctor, or whoever it was. BZ was like still looking for just a setup for the Troll, and it worked out. The fact they got the solo kill in the AM, I think it's still kind of worth it for him. Got a 4x kill streak ended. Needs his KB pretty bad, though.
Still splitting up top, has the Manta style now.
Weeha's going for the get my egg off build. So wants the Lotus Orb for the Dispel.
Right? We were pretty wrong with these item predictions. Halberd Lotus, not the Aghanims Shivas that we were thinking, or the Spirit Vessel for that matter.
There you go. The Lotus does make sense versus the DP, I suppose. You definitely would not want to get caught with the silence, or else your core pick was kind of worthless.
He's got these great utility items. Certainly can't blame it.
He picks the Lotus Orb a lot. That was like one of the big constants through a lot of the games where I was like looking to where he had been playing Phoenix. So I guess he just recognizes the value. It answers a lot of problems with Phoenix. It gives you the plate mail for your low armor, and if there's ever a silence to worry about, you just get to get rid of it.
Looks like a free Roche. Uncontested. Nigma going to grab an Aegis onto Miracle, and they will smoke immediately.
Radiant
Or invisible. Could be fortunate timing. Might end up breaking the smoke inadvertently. Nope.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Long initiation. Jumps onto Illusion. There's the silence. Be out from the Wyvern. Nice little spot on the trees.
They're camping early for these baddies. Fanscore's just gonna pitch a tent, make a nice little campfire, get the marshmallows out, some s'mores. At this point, the marshmallow's burning. He's been here so long. Just hanging out for 40 seconds waiting for a bounty run. Not much else in the life of Witch Doctor, it would seem.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Down bottom, Treant still putting the pressure on, keeping lanes pushed out as Nigma farming enemy territory.
I love how they have an Observer and Sentry combo on him. Just seeing this the whole time.
Well, we had a moment there where the coordinator came back and our win probability was working, but it's back to 100% on the graph. It says 94% for Nigma.
You sure it's broken? Oh, well, I see where it flatlined and broke, but it was already pretty damn high at 13 minutes, it seems.
The graph itself seems broken, but it looks like it was accurate for a moment there. I'm not sure, because it was just straight busted last game, so hard to say. But yeah, 95% win rate. It's been steady for Nigma. The gap between Troll and Anti-Mage isn't really growing. It's about 3k right now. Palantimos keeping status quo. He's got his BKB. Basher going to be coming out, so... Troll is getting scary, have to admit.
Still have 3 minutes left on this Aegis if they just want to take that mid-tier 2. I think they're playing for the wait out.
Evas is actually queued up on the Phoenix now that he's finished the Lotus Orb.
I kind of like that BZZ didn't go for the Meteor Hammer because he's been able to cancel out the waves and still have the same impact without wasting all the gold on it, and he's going to have items that'll actually help when the team's forced to fight to try and get themselves back into this game.
I agree. If he had the Meteor Hammer, he might have been able to kill that tier 2 tower bottom by now, but it doesn't really matter. I think I'd rather have Greaves than that tier 2 tower dead if I had to choose.
Yeah. At least gives them some hope. As little hope as there is right now at this point. You gotta be happy that Palantimos are still keeping pace here as he's hitting him on the Miracle.
Going blow for blow the Anti-Mage. Meanwhile, they're chasing Mind Control up top. Multiple fights at once as Mind Control gets saved thanks to the Wisp. Death Ward down. And that is the DP Exorcism. No Ags on her, so... that is the big ulti. Still a decent duration left. Maybe they can get this tier 1 tower. Palantimos frontlining.
Radiant structures.
Silence on the Sunray. Here's your glyph.
Radiant's middle tower.
While the Prophet is bottom trying to push. 4v5 at the moment. Nigma trying to mount a small defense, but they don't actually want to commit for it. They let that tower fall.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They just took a tower away from an Aegis Radiant team that's ahead by 10k. Probably feels like that shouldn't happen. As much as you want to respect the DP ulti, seems a little problematic to me that just happened.
I mean, I guess Nigma had kind of been playing around. They haven't been committing to the big 4v5s. It's been these smokes like, hey, there's one, let's run at him with 3 heroes. They've been very conscious not to overcommit into the big fights. So, just not on their terms, I guess. The Abyssal has come out for Anti-Mage, so possibly something else that they were waiting for there as well. You know what? Let's not force it when we have this big item on the way. Pace it up AM, looking like Bloodseeker here with his blades back. Looking for BZZ.
Yeah.
Sentry ward down.
They have one creep there at the tower.
That's all you need. You got Treants. Need that one ally to break the backdoor protection, and they'll go right through the living armor. KB up on the Death Prophet.
Is under attack.
Something for 19. Welcome to the Miracle Show, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, by the time they get high ground, maybe Wyvern's gonna have this blink. Maybe he'll hit the big play onto the AM without getting bounced off. Of course, the big play might be just cursing the hero next to him.
So, again, Trent, tell me about this Nullifier that Mind Control's picked up. Why is Nullifier the item in this game specifically?
Well, they have BKBs.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, you can dispel the whatchamacallit, the living armor, right? It's pretty good. Can't dispel the cold embrace.
Oh, hold that thought here. Fight breaks out as AM jumps in. Once the Winter Wyvern knows the target, he might be in some trouble now. Soulbind, though, to try to counter things, making some space for Miracle. BKB popped by 19. It's sort of just him and Curl right now. This other fight on the low ground against BZ is breaking out. Still has the ultimate. They're going to go in onto Kuroki. And meanwhile, Anti-Mage is isolating BZZ. This is a really messy fight. They did get that kill, but now Mind Control by himself. They brought down by Palantimos, but the Anti-Mage comes back in. Mind Control getting healed up a lot while the Troll goes to work. They get the bash, but he still falls thanks to the Paladin. Vanscore gets credit for that. Now the egg goes off, and Troll is in big trouble. Does not have the ultimate now. Burned down by the Sunray. There is no hope for escape. Palantimos dead. A 2 for 2, but with the carry down, this looks like Nigma's fight, and they actually are going to get an additional kill, the Vanscore.
Cost of magic.
So that was
Also a buyback on the Wyvern, so a 2 for 4.
yeah, that's a pretty good fight to see why the Nullifier makes sense in this game, though. It's just like actually able
We didn't
to
use it
get
on that.
kills because like. Yeah, he used it a couple times. But if you look at their heroes, right, like who else can just like, if AM's not there, it's not that easy for Provo to just kill someone, right? Like let's say he went Scythe, he probably wouldn't have the damage to finish someone off. Whereas with a Nullifier, he gets this crazy amount of damage and he can actually just like soul focus down with these side guys.
AM, he's going to jump in onto this tree, and BZZ out of options. Oh! Almost saved by the Cold Embrace, but Miracle just drops the ulti. Now jumps in on the Wyvern. That is a dieback on the Wyvern. From bad to worse now for Unique. Those 3 heroes dead are stuck in the grave.
We'll never get that curse off either.
Nope.
Dire structures.
I mean, Miracle's just had his number. They know. Like that whole chain of events started with Miracle killing Winter Wyvern.
And he even popped Manta for it, which is a little dangerous because he almost got caught.
Yeah. Like I don't think Nigma would have committed to that fight if they couldn't have initiated on the Winter Wyvern like that with the Abyssal. And maybe that's why they let that tier 1 tower go mid. It's like, you know what? AM doesn't have that big item we need to start the fight on our terms. Let's just let it go. A little bit of patience goes a long way. Now the butterfly's up. AM blinks into the tree line, finds Vanscore. Idiot buyback.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
That's the tier 3. I think Nigma are just going to siege this down. 19 pops the ulti. Gets nullified. Still pressing outward. This is bold. I don't know about this. Even with the exorcism. Silence on Wisp. GH looking for a TP, and it will be a Yules. But now the silence is off, and he just tethers back out to Miracle. BZZ with a pretty good ulti. The Lotus Orb is there. Anti-Mage jumps back in. They're not afraid to fight. Nigma are ready to rock and roll. There's no answer to this butterfly right now. Phoenix Egg also coming down. Palantimos stuck in the Sprout, and they'll find him yet again. It's a great ult from the Winter Wyvern, but still not enough. The Nature's Prophet survives. Palantimos gets the reset, but it's only going to buy him a couple of seconds. He'll still fall. EZZ goes down, and the GG gets called. That's it, man. Wow. Unique tried to get aggressive out of the base, and it just backfired.
They knew. They had to try and find something.
Yeah.
Halberd stacking was brutal.
Yeah, we sort of joked about the sprout around the egg, and it's better the other way, where you just sprout somebody next to the egg. Troll pops his BKB. Oh, look, I can run away. No, you can't, bud.
What?
You're stuck in the trees.
I mean, he was ulting, and he just couldn't do anything because they...
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, there's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just said, I just need to get my ulti off. And he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they didn't win those team fights. So this is a struggle. Still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection. I mean, it's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
Can't do it. It's one of the most games in the game. It has an alpha.
Now has Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Jerax did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb,
Oh, I'm his ninjas here.
got to be
Watch
careful who
Jerax.
shows up top. Indeed, Jerax is going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself, Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Someone is not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so
Yes.
just playing around with Seb.
There's no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's just toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is leveled up the out.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Fakes. Right now, he just had the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in the team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his champ, giving him the agony. So. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Spear picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls out as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the age to expire.
Seb, he's in. Gets the call. The character's going to get FY. There with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel them. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tails coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. He sees Ana farming these ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he got some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Armin. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PLR is on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close to Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give an edge to this team fight. The LGD are for gold, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grimes, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so we can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off of that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7, same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail Call. If he finds him, especially with his BKB now, there's not that many ways to stop him.
This is all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the spot, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But it's
He's in the trees. They're on the high ground. They've got the vision with the Shiva's covered. Anna's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the counterplay. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jarex as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Port Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jarex. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will. As they get upon him, they find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jarex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jarex is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this racks on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana as the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check Anna, he's on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. He's in. The call, the EMP, the cannon, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. Get it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. There's now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. For the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jarex coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jarex back in, the combo, re-ball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jarex. Jarex is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova is so low? As the buyback for Jarex comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charge, and they find him. He's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strike, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can. OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without 2 of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jarex onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with him with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's
Look at
really
this.
hard to kill.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! captured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the double. This is Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No-Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost strike. He's got hex
Maybe.
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No tag, real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead the PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25 is now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refreshing shot.
That could be
No way
massive.
to get this. There's no way LGD can
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex at
Yeah.
all.
The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE
It's
is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. For just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were crushing with it.
FY.
Being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of him. Thompson, he's in trouble. The nullifier comes out, but he got the ghost walk off as well as the hex in time. Now, Somnus turns out, the blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY just what a shadow
smash.
blade. It just, yeah, as soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Thompson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Phantom Lancer so he can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing a huge issue in the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lancer illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc in this team.
It's too constant. Like that double cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly with like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call, there's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that ult.
He just commits it from the back, just to be careful.
Make sure that he can get it off and get some damage in onto the tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Seb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda, popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Thompson does not have to expend his buyback. Thompson back in the game.
But then they're utilizing the PL very well too, by replicating him, sending illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rax left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play, OG. Thompson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X-Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He's a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Thompson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. Jerax is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Thompson alive with the Abyssal Blade down. Candace here with the hand of God comes through. Thompson still alive, but Chalice gets the primal split out. He's been stunned. Thompson, the cheese, he's fine. Thompson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Evoker. No-tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the blade mail was already out from Seb. He tries to get the call off. The bash, the cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills. Anna leading forward. The Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY buys back straight away. Anna looking towards Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Thompson. Thompson being saved by Jerax. Jerax with the tether. Arme turns into General. There's the call. Seb, he catches Arme. Arme down. as OG stand with 5 alive on the map. 100 seconds without the Morphling.
This double talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Ana. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the Dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Ana frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Ride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Ana, he's poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Thompson jumps in. Chalice gets in with the BKB with the call. Seb, he's got the disable on the Chalice. Do they have the damage? They got on with the Chalice. He's into the snowball. FY buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He's their tags. He gets Bloodthorn. Chalice plays back. Straight back into the game. Ana trying to find his attention onto X-Nova. Chalice leading forward. The Tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Seb, he's looking for the follow-up. Jumps in, gets the call. The BKB was out in time. The Bananas on top of it. Did they have the damage? Seb's got the blade on FY with the snowball again. Thompson, Jax focusing the rags. Thompson gets the hex up onto X-Nova. Seb healed up by Jax.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
You know, I gotta give the coordinator a little credit. She's been slow. She hasn't been that responsive, but she has come through every game so far. We have not had a fail to load, I don't think. So, say we hop into this one, old buddy.
Let's do it.
Hey, Dota fans, welcome back. We thank you for your patience during that break. I know it was hard. I know you're sitting at home with nothing to do. So thank you for being here with us. I'm Zyori, that guy's Trent, and we've got a draft overlay. It's Nigma versus Unique. Nigma leads 1-0. They won game 1 with a great anti-mage.
They're pretty good.
No first ban yet, so a little nervous about this lobby, but I think Nigma are just thinking about it, and there we go. We are ready to rock.
What a relief.
Officially locked and loaded.
Yeah, so first pick again for Nigma. I say ban the IO. They're banning the Nature's Prophet first, though. Just taking apart maybe some of the better aspects of that strategy.
You ban anti-mage?
10 seconds remaining.
Not first phase.
Now, when do we get back into banning Wisp
5 seconds
territory?
remaining.
Better question.
Dire team.
Now would be
Radiant
acceptable,
team
I
back.
think, for Unique.
Yeah.
Across all teams and games, I don't think for a while. Like, the team has to prove that they're going to use the hero. Otherwise, there are a lot of tier 1 heroes that you want to ban from the
So,
current
but let's
pool.
say just OG Nigma. They're the two big ones that are now first picking Wisp when it's left in. They've been winning with it. I agree. I think it's pretty warranted against these teams unless you, like, Witch Doctor. Do we even
10
call that a
seconds
counter to the
remaining.
Wisp? He's good against Wisp.
Yeah, he's okay.
I wouldn't call it a
playable.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
well, he's maybe a little more than playable. But,
I think it's just hard
No.
because, like, the heroes that I want to ban versus Nigma are Bat Rider. I think needs to be in the first phase. I don't want to wait till second phase for that. And I'll get rid of that. And the Beastmaster I agree with, not only because they're good with it, but because of the patch. Prophet, I can see an argument to leave it because they left it last game. They got punished pretty hard, obviously. So they're going to take that out. Now they're just going to look at this and say, like, okay, how good is the IO after this next ban from Nigma? And if it still looks too good, I think you need to just ban it.
10 seconds remaining.
there's also this dynamic of getting whatever you want to call it,
5
cheesed by the
seconds
same hero 2 games in a row is not a good feeling.
No.
You know, like, all right, we got wrecked by Wisp
Dire
AM
team
game
back.
1. Are we just going to let him have it again in game 2 and lose to the same strat? Like, that is always just a rough place to be in. First pick will go the way of Nigma this time.
Yeah.
So Unique thinking about this 4th ban for sure.
Last time it was the Mirana, I think. They banned that out instead. But the Luna was a second phase ban, I'm pretty sure. And I wonder if
10
the thought
seconds
process here is that they think that if they go IO again,
5
then they would have gone like
remaining.
Venge Luna or something on
Radiant
Unique.
team pick.
And they will take care of that Ember.
Okay, so potential for Wispy.
I think you definitely do it, 100%.
A lot of other good supports. If you're Nigma, it's tempting, right? You're up 1-0 in this best of 3, so you can try it again. And if for some reason it goes bust or they have a counter that they didn't try last game, well, you always got game 3 to bring it on back.
The other argument is you could pick your other hero, like your Venge or something, and then let them go too, and then take the IO if it still looks
5
fine, because you know
seconds
they're not
remaining.
going to pick it. Like, the IO's still there as a 4th overall pick.
Very true. Well, they're going to think about it. Ball is in your court, Nigma. there's still like Rubik, Shadow Demon, Oracle, all these amazing supports.
I just like the idea of keeping the IO as a threat in the future. I think that's a very important part of this draft.
It's like the long-term meta strategy.
Yeah.
And there you go. And now for Unique, this puts you in the position of having to resist the temptation to overreact to this. Do we block pick Ursa? Do we take the gyro?
Remaining.
You know, the Luna's already been banned out.
Now on your screen, does that IO now have like a little pedestal under it? Like there's like a circle on the ground? Like it's like a chess piece?
It almost looks like there is. I see a dark line, like a circle, like a shadow there.
Oh, maybe I just have my shadows jammed.
That might. It also looks like it could be shadows of the grass. I'm not sure if it was there before the wisp popped out. So.
Oh, it's probably just my video settings then.
It's probably your.
I have shadows on medium.
Dire team.
Hey, I have a great graphics card.
What are you rocking? Let me guess. 1080 GTX.
I forget. It's some AMD thing, but it's nice. Some Vega thing.
I've got a 2080.
Really? Oh, the streaming PC at the studio. Look at me.
Radiant team pick. Radiant team.
This is what they picked game 1 versus Vikings. They went for that Earth Spear in the first phase. And, oh, the Wolfman's in.
So he has been first banned, I think, actually like every game we've covered.
All right,
So
they definitely forgot.
We have not talked about Lycan at all, and he is still a ridiculous beast. Figuratively, literally, financially, emotionally.
10
He's
seconds
insane, dude.
remaining.
I feel like Unique just forgot. I feel like
Yeah.
they started banning heroes, and we're like,
5
maybe
seconds remaining.
they just picked their poison and they'd rather face the Lycan than the Ember because of the flexibility. But damn.
Yeah, Lycan. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to this hero besides just ban him out. Now when you see it like this is straight like Clockwork, Earthshaker. They've already gone their support opener here, so Unique already limiting themselves a little bit in what they could grab to try to deal with the Lycan.
Even across the qualifiers, he only got picked in 3 games, and that was a week ago when those were still going on.
And that's
that was
because he was banned like
in
90%.
39 of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Team
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Like he's just been straight up first phase banned constantly. He won 2 of the 3 games, so he's not infallible.
Oh,
course,
certainly. He's not auto win, but he is just hard. He takes a lot of resources to deal with.
The one game he lost, Bait was playing versus it. They beat the Lycan.
They beat the Lycan.
Yeah,
Wow,
that
you almost
surprised me
baited
there,
me
didn't I?
but
Oh, I
you go
did.
Full meta with it. I think I couldn't help but hide my initial reaction. I'm like, oh no, don't say it. Not my bait, boys. I'm glad I'll get to cast at least one bait series tomorrow. Their matches are a little loaded later on in the group.
They're exciting.
Dire team pick.
To they elicit a very fun fan reaction in the chat.
Oh yeah.
They love watching Dondo.
Oh yeah.
That's
Win or
super
lose,
meta.
the fans are gonna come out. That's for sure. I do like this Grimstroke ban from Team Unique quite a bit. Synergizes well with Wisp, kind of makes up for some of the things the Wisp lacks, and of course the Lycan. We have seen that combo a number of times. Grimstroke buffs on Lycan with Stroke.
10 seconds
He is
remaining.
already hard to get away from.
Radiant team.
With a Grimstroke, it's almost impossible. They grab Tidehunter now. This is a good solution to the Lycan. We've seen this before,
Yeah.
I believe.
Our 3 counters, I say counters because they haven't even felt like great counters, to the Lycan that we saw when he was still being picked a ton and not just banned was Tidehunter, Grimstroke, and Kunkka. I feel like those were the 3 big heroes, right? We would see people trying to get the Soulbind play on him, people trying to just X him and get the follow-up, and then we saw the Tidehunter quite a bit for the laning stage.
Yeah, the AA is great against Wisp, but Unique are probably sitting there like, kind of wish we had that Grimstroke instead. I wish we
10
could
seconds remaining.
trade now. Because it shuts down both Lycan and Quap.
5
Pretty good.
seconds
Soulbind
remaining.
is great against these highly mobile heroes. Of course, Queen of Pain is good all around, but yeah, Unique have left a couple key meta picks available, and Nigma have not hesitated to snatch them up.
Oh, this is a tough one. I feel
Probably,
like I
yeah.
kind of want to like a Death Prophet this game, but then I don't have enough control for the Lycan, which makes me want to go for like a DK instead. They'll probably pick DK, I think, with like the Queen of Pain and everything too.
I mean, isn't that a cool solution? You've got Anchor Smash and Breathe Fire to reduce right-click damage.
Yeah. It's also a high armor hero versus all the Howl and everything with the summons.
And a good initiator, like you mentioned, Shadowblade, Blink, whatever. You've got Dragon Tail. Any of these giant ultimate heroes, the Void, the Tide, the Enigma, I always love having some other soft initiate. Even the Earth Spirit is sufficient here to start fights, get them to commit, and then Tide can jump in and try to counter initiate with the Raptor.
Now, they're the gyro pickers too, which is also that big debate in terms of our 10th pick, right? Because they love picking gyro, and that's always been a thing that's gone back and forth, where some people think that the Lycan does better versus the gyro, and some people think the gyro does better versus the Lycan. They kind of have that relationship of, like, I can kill all your summons, but you can also just shred me with your crits. But yeah, they do go for the DK because it's just a little bit too good with the heroes that they see.
Well, this is cool, though.
Instantly.
They grab Slark. We always go back to this. Big tanky heroes, Earth Spirit, Tidehunter, DK. What's your go-to carry? It's the Slark. Use Essence Shift against
10
them.
seconds remaining.
And yeah, starting to look like one of these drafts. Like
5
Unique will be able to
seconds
shut down Lycan or Slark, or maybe Quap if she's on the 3 in a core role. But they're not going to be able to shut down everybody. Someone is going to run amok this game and be hard to deal with. There is a lot of good
Shadow
team play
Demon
on Unique.
It's kind of good here.
Or Nigma.
Yeah.
Radiant
Kuro
team
Abba is
back.
also there too.
Ban out the Shaker. Afraid of a little counter fight.
I always like Abba versus the Tidehunter, even though he's kind of hard to work in these days. But as support, you don't really care that much about AA. You can help people versus all the various silences and stuns. You can pop your own ulti to help yourself. Maybe his laning stage is just a little bit too bad to be that worth it in current times. I'd like just more like ranged focus onto like this DK. That's what the Shadow Demon comes to mind. Just like the break seems pretty good. Potential saves there as well. There's also the thought of maybe doing something like a silencer.
I think they need some control. Like, I like that Shaker ban because it creates a barrier for the Lycan to lock people in. Same with the Spark, easy chase down. They don't have a lot of hold them in place heroes.
Radiant team pick.
Could Venge too.
Beepo ban, yeah, Venge has made it through. I've not seen Nigma play that core Venge yet.
No, but it'd probably be for Kuro, I think.
That would be some stun, some nice catch, setup. Kuro Venge sounds all right.
Yeah, it's hard to get those
10 seconds remaining.
elements in a strong factor from the position 5.
5 seconds remaining.
Could do like a
It's not really...
Disruptor.
Yeah, there's not like a lot of really good like coddle combos either. Disruptor is kind of cool though. Obviously, Stagstorm deals really well with the Kraken Shell, and they have Vision of the Wolves to try to capitalize on, but you don't really want to sacrifice your laning stage right now on any of the lanes versus a DK Tidehunter lineup because they can easily start snowballing if this Tide gets a really good start.
I mean, we're kind of assuming this is a mind control position 3 Queen of Pain, but it might be the support duo with the Wisp and off laner.
I think it's core because they banned the Meepo, but then again, Meepo is also just kind of good versus the Lycan, so that could have been the reasoning.
Dire team pick.
Right, they've on Chen.
Oh, Chen through, man, jeez, Venge and Chen down to the last phase.
Yeah.
Feel like the better Kuro
Scary
heroes.
draft from Nigma. Chen and Wisp, a lot of mobility around the map.
They could have just picked Witch Doctor. That also would have been really good versus DK Tide. There were a lot of good heroes left.
10 seconds remaining.
Unique looking for a carry here. Could do
5
something
seconds
meta like our
remaining.
Spectre. Something a lot of teams have gone back to. The ideal choice against Lycan and Slark.
I mean, Clinks is kind of cool. I see like the Chen, the Io, like trying to burst out like the Weaver Clinks style that people used to try and use, but
Yep, okay. Something.
they could try Void. It's a bit risky, but it's Slark and you have the Ice Blast, but instead they go for the Chaos Knight.
Okay.
That's a
Think about
Palantino's
this for a
classic.
moment. Yeah, but is it good?
I mean, it's a stun. They wanted more stun. Can't deny that. There's not a lot of heroes that have it.
They have a pretty good CC train if they can catch somebody. I don't know. What is it about CK that this hero is missing? Because on paper, he should be pretty good. The way that they've changed his E to be like a lifesteal passive makes his lane feel so much better now because he's kind of sustainable. But every game we see CK, I think we have the same reaction of, I mean, there's always potential for him to destroy this game, but it just feels like an impossibility to get the momentum and hang on to it. It's just such a hard
His
hero to
actual
execute.
team fighting is really awkward. Like with the way it
Yes.
works with the ultimate and stuff, it's just not. It doesn't flow that well. I don't know how else to say it. It's kind of like it almost feels like a fight that CK wins could have just been won by like a lot of other heroes in the same circumstance, maybe even easier. It's like he kind of relies on this Ravage, you know what I mean, to like get, oh, I have to pop my ulti and target the guy I want and slap them down and then get my stun off after if I want like maximum damage impact.
I mean, it is the AACK combo, and that is like as classic as it gets. You reality rift him into the cold feet, free stuns. You got to follow up stun. You hit hard. So there's a world where this lane combo might be able to bring the pain. Also, shout out to WeHa. We are going to see a Queen of Pain Arcana here as Mind Control grabs the Lycan, and Miracle will take the Slark. So, mid quap.
I can't.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what it's liking. So we've seen the offlane Lycan a lot in pubs, but not really in pro matches. It can definitely be done. He's got a lot of very laning stage. I kind of thought that his lane would be okay in the mid lane, and that's why they would just kind of go for it. Oh, wait, he is still going mid. Okay, that I like. I agree with that.
I see. Just a player swap, not the role swap. Got it.
Yeah, I definitely think the Lycan should be mid. I'm very happy to see that.
Agreed.
Because like he's just gonna farm. Like there's no real threat of him dying if it's just gonna be the DK.
You know, I saw somebody do a cosplay the other day, and I thought it was Ember Spirit, and it totally is the Queen of Pain Arcana. Glad I didn't comment on that. I feel like a dope. Like, wow, that's really good Ember Spirit makeup. Well done.
Close one. You were almost a fool. All right, it's the Team Unique Classic, guys. They got 2 moves.
Okay.
This is one of them.
Miracle knows, and Slark, the perfect hero, is going to pounce back. Can they still kill him? They've got a long CC train. GH trying to sustain him up. Long cooldown on that pounce. But with the Wisp here, I think it's going to be a little too much. Play from GH, tethers across, now stunned up for 2 seconds. Do they have any more? Another gush. They will find the first blood.
All right, so good job to at least save your Slark, but the unique play, it pays off. So they basically either they smoke and they wrap up here, or they smoke and, what was the last thing? I think they went up through this way, like into this area. They've got a couple little plays.
I guess it rarely backfires.
Whoa, remember that time they got
one time?
They got like 5-man stunned over on one of these ramps or something?
I say rarely.
Yeah.
Was that a game 2? No, I can't remember.
I think it was. It was versus Vikings.
Basically the exact same rotation. It worked in game 1 and then in game 2. They were like stockpiled. They had a fissure.
Oh yeah. It was versus
a
Vikings.
4-hero spectral dagger.
Yes, exactly. It was Dagger, Fisher, Wave of Terror, and then Viper was just poisoning.
Yeah, it was just the ultimate. Like, we know it's happening. We've set the trap. I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap cards are busted. A little bit of musical lane action though. Seeing Miracle head down bottom. GH get friends with this range creep. So what's the end goal with this lane shuffle? We got Kuro up top. Now Miracle ends up going mid. This is truly musical chairs. I think
Miracle's just chasing the Tide Hunter. I just want a lane versus Tide.
Tide's like,
and they're just dancing.
I'm watching you not last hit creep, so I can taunt all day, buddy. Okay, and now the DK is being pulled out of lane, and Mind Control is like, well, I'll help if we're fighting, but I could farm. Miracle, you want to go farm the lane? I'll kill the mud golem.
Excellent.
Like, what is happening? Remember, this is a solo offlane Shen right now for Nigma. Kuro's like, guys, this isn't...
I'm not 3-3, guys.
Meanwhile, there's a Wisp Queen of Pain down bottom against a solo offlane Van Score Ancient Apparition. So Miracle getting some licks into BZZ and doing a lot of damage.
Oh, that's an embarrassing death, dude.
That's just a free kill for Miracle. Why farm creeps when you can farm heroes?
He just wasn't counting on Miracle finding the level 2. I'd be feeling pretty stupid if I died after all that. Miracle is currently the, well, he's tied now basically with the Liquipedia, but he was the highest rated hero for a second there with 1 kill and 2 last hits.
Even this is kind of awkward. You can tell Nigma are like, who are you going to put mid? Is the DK staying or is this Tide coming back? So
Miracle's going to run right into Vanscore? She's Vanscore.
Yeah.
I don't know about this friend.
This looks a little scary. Connect. No boot.
Do they know what Orb of Venom does?
All right, he TPs, so he's gonna live this time at least.
What is happening? Is this the position 4 2B Slark?
New World Order shit here, man. This is the meta breaker. This is the most farm Kuro's gotten in the first 3 minutes in a while. He's got this lane to himself. He's got a Harpy Stormcrafter. Like, all right, level 3 at 3 minutes. This is new.
Now, I know we kind of clown a lot when there's musical lanes like this because it is hilarious to see as a spectator, but one of the things I've noticed the more I see it is Kuro is not going to get saved here by We Are.
Oh, making space.
Yeah.
Good try. Almost sets up a counter kill for Weehaw. Illusion has to TP out and still doesn't make it. Kuro gets credit for the kill thanks to the Harpy.
I was going to say, that was a big burst there at the end from the Harpy, but one thing I've noticed is I was surprised at how slow creeps just kill each other when they're left alone. Because you see them just dancing around and moving these lanes, and they don't actually end up missing out on like that much farm compared to what you would expect, you know? It feels like an eternity when they're all running around like morons. That's what it feels like compared to like your normal game, you know?
No, you compare it to the I'm position 1, I'm getting zoned out, and the other guy's free farming in lane, and you feel like the creeps are always in your face. But when there's no heroes there, you're right. It just stays completely static for the most part. And now mid, Miracle is going to be matched up against the Tide Hunter. Nigma are winning the musical lanes in stride right now.
Oh, that's nice,
Miracle kicked back. GH trying to take the tower aggro, and I think he's done it. He saves Miracle. That was a great little play.
It's too good. This guy.
I mean, it's GH, so that's just his standard right there, but still, very nice.
But you gotta feel bad when a support player comes in and tries to make a big play like that and just gets bested.
It's like, yeah. What's it called in basketball when you try to shoot and somebody just max it down?
Block? What do you mean, like someone's getting posterized, like under the net? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. No, like, you know, you're going to shoot like just a regular bucket,
That's
and
a block.
somebody's just up in your face and just called a block. You packed him, packed his lunch.
Yeah, you packed his lunch. We'll go
They
with
just
that.
packed his lunch there. And
Oh,
Illusion,
we think
the lunch box.
stuffed him? Is that what you're going for? Is that what?
Yep. They're gonna turn this Tide Hunter into some stuffed shells here, Trent. EZZ, I don't think this melon has anywhere to go. He's turning to the Ancients for help, and they're not gonna be there. The Harpy.
This Harpy should be leveling up. It's not fair. It should be getting some XP.
And she's got the best.
Look at Miracle picking girl. You see that? He's like, yeah, why did you bring the units in? You got us stumped. Are you some kind of noob? I could just tell. He's giggling, making fun of Kuro. The old man learned how to play Kuro.
So despite all this chaos, though, the big breadwinner is the Chaos Knight. He's thriving in this environment, Trent. Palantimos, he's got a boatload of denies, 25 and 14.
Oh, and back in the day, that would have given you some gold.
Back in my day.
Back in the day, being like months ago.
Why did they remove that? That was a change that I didn't really get.
I think the knives were just a little too
good.
Yeah. It's like the lane domination was just a little bit too devastating for the overall game economy.
I would have.
Speaking of which, in the next coming weeks, we're going to have changes to the economy and everything, I believe, right? Economy and items is the first phase, our next patches.
Yeah.
Then hero changes later. It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm just chilling on pubs right now. Jenkins sent me this long thing in notes, and I'm like, is any of this going to be relevant in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Like, I think I'm just going to take a little holiday, come back with a new patch.
Nice try.
Sounds like that's a good time to learn, you know?
That's a nice excuse to make up for your failures.
It's a perfect excuse. But also logical and well-timed around the Path of Exile League. See, Trent, it's all coming together.
Yeah, I gotcha. Io Slark, still a scary duo, and Miracle, again, gonna be okay. Thanks to his buddy.
Playing this Wisp well.
Jay still has 10 charges too, so do not think that Miracle's in trouble right now. They're trying to bait you in. Don't fall for it.
Kuro's level 5. And making a movement now.
Don't try it, Illusion. He has the high ground.
This hero ranged creep, dude. The hard-hitting 31 damage.
Devastating.
Oh, Vanscore stunned up. He out. Trying to make it.
Oh, the
Can't
harpy.
get there in time. But now 19, low on mana.
She was rearing her little neck back too. It was coming.
Darn you, cast point. Towards mid. Feels like it's going really well for Miracle, but he is pretty far behind in CS. Still actually behind the Tidehunter in raw last hits. Recovering. This lane's great for him. He'll be level 6 soon.
The Chen's actually a higher net worth silver on the last sitting.
Yeah, seriously.
And the 3 kills. They have a nice quartet of heroes up here in terms of value. Oh, and the shovel too for Kuro. All right, here we go. Bounty. Oh, no time to dig, says Kuro. Gotta go help my team.
Battle over the runes. Miracle still only level 5, but winning the trade so far. BZZ getting low. GH will find credit that time. Now Illusion on the run.
My thrift rewarded.
He even got the bounty. I mean, come on. Everything's coming up Nigma. Down bottom though.
There is. Get mind control in the bottom lane.
Managed to curse it just in time as they make the rotation to Palantimos.
Illusion does get chased down. Okay. Well, 3 stuns in this bottom lane. So this was like the one benefit we were talking about with Unique. Once they catch you, they do have a lot of follow-up to isolate one hero. So maybe not the biggest surprise that Lycan got put to rest. Similarly, Weehaw needs to be a little careful. They're trying to take down this tower, but there is a
bold
TP back. Mind Control does have the level 1 Necro book.
They're losing DK form, but they also still have the Phantasm, so I wouldn't be too confident here.
Level 6 Kuro now. Home of the Dominator. This really is a farm Chen. It kind of feels like Nigma have 4 cores right now. Palantimos initiated on, gets off the Phantasm, but purely defensive. They've got big time follow-up. Sonic Wave is on point.
Look at this shade down too. Like,
that's 2.
You're not getting out of here.
It might be 3. Lycan's pretty fast. Stunned up. 19 still in big trouble. A lot of magic damage, and now Illusion pretty much just going to roll into his death. No real escape plan here. And, well, Team Nigma, they are doing it again. Now, BZZ, this is like save your buddy syndrome, dude. This Ty just wanders in by himself. And they're going to slice up this melon. Dude.
What do I got to do to get a Lycan Agnes out of these Necros? Off-lane Lycan, you know, you have a carry Slark. He has an IO. Can I please get shapeshifted Slark?
Wolf Bite. I forgot that's what it was called. Bite an ally and grant them the shapeshift property.
Remember that time Slack's eggs actually got in the game?
So it's a separate spell, right? So you still have your regular shapeshift, and this is on a totally separate cooldown. Yep. What is the cooldown on Wolf Bite? Same exact as shapeshift, 95 at 3?
That's a great question. I don't remember.
I would guess.
I will look it up for you.
But yeah, let's educate the people out there, because I'm sure not many of them.
Yeah, I can't say with all these Lycan games, I still don't get it very often. It is 80 seconds.
Okay, so it's a little shorter. Interesting.
And it has the shared life steal, which is really cool.
Radiant's middle
Oh, that is
30%. Kind of neat.
That is neat. Yeah.
And it's Lycan and the Vintar gain 30% life steal and share life steal with each other as long as they're within 1200 range of each other. There is an ulti in the mid.
Relocate. They're coming in the back line. It's going to be a spread out fight. This time the Ravage goes out, but Queen of Pain survives. Van score low. The clock's still stunned. She's going to live. Now on the backside, it's 19 versus Slark. Illusion's gone down. The Tidehunter's on the run. Miracle pops the ult. He wants to chase. They've also got a dagger, so 19 is getting brought pretty low, but now Miracle has to be careful. Palantimos joins the party. BZZ pops the stick, it's top back off, but this Tidehunter is just so squishy. Triple kill from
Harpy.
Harpy again! This is a hero Harpy. Why aren't we tracking kills on this thing? StarCraft 2's got it. Why don't we?
I don't know. It needs a counter. Val, please. It's got to be at least 3 now.
Mind control. All right, this is some decent damage. Unique striking back. They do get Weehaw. Mind control brought low. No help from anyone, and they will get a counter kill. The Crybaby finds a double.
That was impressive. Getting that back. Needed something in. A little bit of a bounty from Palantimos. He gets one of the Necros. And meanwhile, Kuro is wicked sick.
Wow. And on the river, Miracle gets out.
He just gave him the stomp. You can see. Hellbears and 2 Centaurs. He gave him the clap, stomp,
He
stomp.
still has that ranged creep, dude.
He gave him the We Will Rock You. You know, the... Literally stomp, stomp, clap. Am I right? Am I right? That's pretty funny. Come on.
I love it, Freddy.
It's got the light show as well.
Yeah. Nigma rolling this one. 12 minutes and they're breaking her wide open like a fresh monster.
A what?
They are unleashing the beast.
The beast?
Low carb monster energy.
What kind of people would unleash the beast? If you could name a certain, you know, groups and sects of people.
I could see Lycan drinking a monster. Now, this Necro book cosmetic on Lycan. Does he
Mid
always
lane,
have that?
buddy.
Oh, well, you know.
No, see, I was trying to get you to talk about the bikers and whatnot. Do you have that little blurb nearby? Because I really like that blurb.
I can find it. Hold on. Miracle, though, he's also thirsty. He's looking for more. I mean, to be fair, the DK is the color of monster, so... Here it is. Get the big bad monster buzz you know and love, but with a fraction of the calories and carbohydrates. Athletes, musicians, anarchists, co-eds, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it.
Oh, wow.
You will too.
Who is the biggest biker in this? Probably DK. I feel like he probably wears a lot of leather.
Now, are you a
no,
road
DK's a
warrior?
biker. What am I talking about? He's obviously the biker.
He's actually a biker.
He's straight up a biker.
I'm not sure if I identify more with the road warriors or the metalheads. Mid lane, they try to make a go on 19, but not going to find it. Now the wraparound, the bikers here. Palantimos, he's got the sword and shield. They want the Wisp and they'll find him. Miracle now on the run, but the Wolf is here. Wolfenstein on to Van Score. Almost gets it, but the TP out will work. Now 19. Left behind is Mana getting burned. Miracle coming back in for more. The Slark pounds. Reality Rift stun, but great heal from the Chen. Unique kind of hanging on right now. They do have a Ravage. Queen of Pain gets 19 though. Weehaw with a great Sonic Wave. Looking for more. There's the Ravage. Howl comes out. Palantimos with the ult. They drop Weehaw. It's explosive, but Mech brings Miracle back to life. Big time follow up. The Ice Blast off the mark. Great split from Miracle and the Wisp. He gets pulled back in. Does not have the ulti. He's just trying to live here. Miracle will not make the great escape.
He couldn't get the
no. Sorry, the monster fell off my desk and pulled my mouse cord. I got too hyped there. Blame the monster.
It's unleashing its beast.
It's come to life. I mean, these little fights feel okay for Unique, but it doesn't feel like there's much follow-up. You know, they're like even trades at best.
It's just such a humongous tract of land that they must regain.
Yeah. Like he's dying to summons right now.
Look at these body blocks of the Wolves, too. Give him the cripple. Give him the cripple. Oh, come on. Oh, he can't get it.
Look how fast these little things are. They've got the Archer Aura. They've got the speed bonus, the DK minus damage, the Necro units looking to man up, the miss from the high ground, the pushback, and BZZ conquers the Necro book. All right.
How did he not get a cripple? It's 20% chance, but still, that was devastating. He just needed one.
Dire are scanning.
That was hype, dude. That Necro Archer was trying to do it.
He just need like a little bit of more damage per second.
Is Chen really the highest net worth?
Just quietly, Kuro is just getting... I mean, he's 7-1-5, and he's also someone who's been hitting creeps a lot.
Yeah, it's true. There's been a lot of running around this game.
Passive team fights.
The Unique combo is strong. There's no doubt.
You know what happened?
The Ice Blast on top.
It happened when Miracle pinged Kuro. It gave him that alt-clicking ping when he made the Centaur song. Kuro was like, oh yeah, huh? You think you're big? I'm the carry now. You go jump into these team fights and die.
And he's got the medallion now, and Nigma look towards Roche. Holy shit, dude. Like in Aghanims. He has it queued up.
I knew it. I could feel it. I sensed it.
You were actually
I spoke it into truth.
Now, what does it look like? Does Slark just turn into an indistinguishable wolf, or is it some kind of Slark-wolf hybrid?
I believe he turns into the same kind of wolfiness. So it'll be like a smaller wolf.
Okay. Well, I'm stoked. Ice Blast comes into the pit. They do kill it pretty fast. Unique on the way in, but they're not going to get there in time. This is where it gets sketchy. You're smoked up. You back out or go. They are going to commit. They catch the Slark. That's the Aegis. It's a nice catch, but what about the rest of the fight? GH, but a huge Sonic Wave. Whole team gets hit. Vanscore falls. Now Miracle jumps in. They get Illusion. Yeehaw able to live. And this Chaos Knight is getting locked down. It's a pretty good Ravage, though. Again, connects on most of the team, and now they get mind control. It's starting to turn in favor of Unique. Nigma might have committed more than they can handle, but no, now Palantimos falls. All the heals come out. The Chen ulti, and 19 will be the last survivor to get brought down. It's a 5 for Aegis and Lycan. Disastrous fight for Unique Realm.
I like how I said on 5 and Tide was like walking through mid. Close enough. I'm just hyping up, exaggerating some Sonic Waves here.
It was 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
high.
We round up around here.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah,
Sorry, Tide, you are but a rounding error.
Yeah. It's a little bit too late, unfortunately, for them to the Roach Pit. Everything is just like slightly not quite right there for Unique, especially in game 2.
That's certainly how it feels. And Miracle, this whole time, he hasn't really had an item. He just got his Diffusal Blade. This has just been Miracle playing aggro Slark. 3-1 and 10.
Yeah, I'm sure he was having a lot of fun, I have to say, with how he's just been able to run around this map the whole time with Io.
Dire's middle
It looked
tower
fun.
is under attack.
And even his one death, I thought he was going to live, frankly, with like the way they were playing with the tether. I think they just got a little bit too split. Look how good they are at using this vision. If you toggle on the Dire Vision right now, which I know breaks you, like they just ran right through that fog in between, and 19 just had no idea they were coming in there.
Wow, that was a crafty play, and they got to find this kill. The DK ordinarily pretty tanky, but only with a blink.
It goes like this, and they were just sitting in here the whole time, right? And they just go, boop, burst out.
Timos now immediately going to work with this Diffusal. They inhibit the CK, and that will lower his chances of survival substantially, Trent. Turns out the armlet, not enough.
Radiant
Courier, mid lane. Vanscore gets a courier snipe, but he is going to pay handsomely. He'll relocate and let Miracle hit him with his... he's got plus 12 permanent agility and 18 essence shift stats. So, yeah, I wouldn't fight this guy.
No. No. Nothing really getting a lot better for Unique, unfortunately. What is the potential turnaround here? I guess the CK, just getting bigger items. You have a hope that he has that like one-shot potential where you can just eliminate a hero. And with the Lycan actually going aggatives, it does mean that they're kind of all in on Miracle. I think it's a fine hero to all in on because he's going to be fairly unkillable. But if you manage to pull it off with the help of Ice Blast, it could be done.
I mean, these are the kind of moments where CK feels a little awkward. And,
the big hero, the carry.
By Chen, he's the money bag. Can they kill him? He's likely to shatter, and he will fall. Bounty secured by Palantimos. A nice grab.
Gotta get the queen.
Unique might be able to start cleaning this up. There is a buyback now from the Ancient Apparition. They lose Vanscore. They lose Illusion.
They did it.
That's a 2 for 2. I mean, they took an even fight. Yeah, that's given the deficit, I guess. That's good.
It's a squishy pinata.
Using the buyback there, maybe a little scary.
It's just AA, it's fine. He still gained 5 gold even buying back. That's how much that was worth. They got 4,000 experience and about 1,000 gold positive to what Nigma gained.
But yeah, this is like kind of the moment where CK feels weird. You know, if this were a Spectre, you get the Radiance and you have this accelerator. Even if you're behind, if this were an Ursa with a Battle Fury, right? Or Troll with a Battle Fury, like last game, you can see, even if it's a low % chance, how Troll can hit critical mass. CK has to go Armlet, amazing item, and kind of wanted S&Y, maybe wanted a Halberd. He just has a casual Sange, which is a great casual item, but it doesn't really instill fear in my heart that Palantimos is going to recover and ever really catch this Slark in terms of network.
It's really good on CK though because of the lifesteal amp, right?
Dire's top tower is under
That's
But
why
like,
it's
now he's
actually
gonna
fine
go
casually.
Deso.
And he got the M-Claw too. He just picked that up as well, which is huge for CK.
That is nice. He's got options.
Kuro needs to maybe play a little bit further back, even if he is this rich, though. Because if he gets Ice Blast like that, he's just straight up gone.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, that's the one big
tower
thing
is
they have to
under
play
attack.
around. Like a really good Ice Blast Ravage combo could still be devastating. There is very good team fight on Unique, so I guess that is their one chance back into this game. Throw Magnetize on top of that. Yeah, he's still only level 9.
Oh man, the wolf bite's almost here.
Radiant's bottom
Wolf and
tower
snap.
is under attack.
I am so excited to see them.
Did you see that post on the subreddit the other day where it was like the Night Stalker bitten?
Radiant's bottom tower
It's
is under
Real
attack.
fast.
Well, it adds the bonus vision as well. So like your nighttime vision,
Wow.
it gets stacked up. So with a Slark, it's going to be even larger. So like the nighttime play is going to be really good.
That's a pretty cool thought.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Does Slark just have naturally high night vision? He doesn't get it from a skill, right?
Yeah.
It's built into it.
Of course, a
Like
lot of heroes
Luna
lost
has
it.
Well, Luna has similar, or at least he did, but it was like built into the aura. So early levels, it's not there, but she ramps up.
Yeah,
over
Slark
time.
just has full night vision. He just has 1800 all the time.
That's just Slark things.
I'll give you the lit. It's Night Stalker has full all the time. Bounty Hunter has 1000 instead of the default of 800.
Okay.
And Sniper also has 1400 at night.
I did not know that.
Just so he can actually
14?
right click.
Yeah, but still, that's 1400's a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad. And Bat Rider has 1200 in the daytime. Oh, poor Bat Rider. He just can't see that good. Night Stalker's 800 in the daytime. Talk about sad.
Well, I mean, it fits.
I mean, come on, 800 though? Really?
And you're not doing anything during the day, anyhow. Let's be real.
It's nice to not get
ZZ.
yanked out. ZZ is just gonna get pounced upon from the tree line.
It actually does not latch, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference. The crack
Oh, the essence
helps them out. Now this one will latch, and that'll be a bounty claim.
And he's dominating.
That sound effect.
I love the icon for the wolf bite too. Look at that thing. That thing is hype. Meow.
Yeah, that's pretty on point. That's one of those you go up to a random person. Hey, what do you think this spell's called? I don't know. Wolf bite, wolf mouth, growl, wolf mother.
It's a sweet band.
Valentimos, 2 P's out. Is Deso the right third item for the Chaos Knight? You justified the Sanj, I'll give you that one. Now justify the
Is
Deso.
under attack.
I mean, what else can he buy? It's like
Hearts? Manta?
Dire's
No, he
bottom
needs
tower
damage.
Has fallen.
I don't think Mantle will be enough. Like with the Sonic Wave and everything, like
19, again up top. That's a Wolf Slark. That is not a
that is
Lycan.
not a Lycan, ladies and gentlemen. That blue wolf.
Look at GH. He's like, this is awesome, dude. 650. We're cruising. Oh, so it's a blue wolf. Okay, that's cute. Miracle running mid says, hey there. Oh gosh, that wolf can pounce?
Oh my god. Oh, that is great. Thank you, Mind Control, for blessing us with this.
It's particularly cool with the Slark having to pounce like that.
Yeah.
This little wolf just jumps. He's like
Right?
doing agility.
It's actually stupid when you think about everything it gives to a Slark. It gives him lifesteal, criticals, and movement speed. Like,
It's pretty good.
and vision too. I have to look at what his nighttime vision is. It's gonna be disgusting.
Yeah, you know, giving Slark a 40% crit just kind of built into him, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, things looking a bit dark for Unique right now. 26 minutes, 20k net worth lead. This is Nigma's game right now. CK, the only one with a reasonable amount of farm, and he has gone to Deso now, so he's picked it up. See if this makes much of a difference.
All right, there's the smoke. They have the Ravage. They gotta Ravage the Io and the Slark and just beat down this Slark. Unfortunately, if Kuro's hidden away, that's the worst case scenario because he can just ulti in the middle of it. And they're changing up their plan. They started going this way, now they're gonna jostle back this way. It's an ugly looking smoke right now. It's a
No
little
blink
confused.
on the tide. Dragon Knight is their initiator. He's got
Miracle's just looking to tank this.
half of a BKB. They're going to head into the jungle, and Lycan's already moved to the other side. I don't think they're going to find anything here.
We're going to recall him, in fact.
The Rapture. That's a good trivia question, Trent. When you pull somebody back with the Holy Persuasion, what's the name of the buff?
I didn't know it was called Rapture. That makes a lot of sense, though.
I didn't either, but it really does. It is quite fitting to Chen's.
I know what the active is on Tome of Knowledge.
Is it? Oh, I know. Is it Study?
No, it's Enlighten.
Enlighten. Ah. Knew it was something scholarly. Roshan goes down for Nigma.
Dire's middle tower
Or in favor of
is under
Nigma,
attack.
rather. Aegis in the hands of Miracle there. Easy. Gonna get left behind. Do you throw the Ravage here?
It's the Fish Wolf Man.
He's gonna hold it, and now it's a BKB. Fish Wolf Man does throw it out to set up the kill onto GH. The Ravage is sort of worth it, but there's two wolves. These wolves are destroying the Desolator's not enough, and he's gonna get ripped apart. 19 gets shredded, Vanscore falls, and a JJ, as the French say. Trent, 13 to 35. This was Nigma's series.
Just a couple of wolves picking at the carcass. There is nothing that can stop this man as Mind Control will tip Miracle. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for giving us the Aghanims Lycan, a game that at least we could find some entertainment near the end there, as that was a terrifyingly bad start for poor Unique.
Yeah.
It was a rough one.
That was a real tough one. The whole series was Nigma showed